So this is group 10. We were to tackle sort, and we chose the following scenario. Let's imagine a lecturer is marking exam sheets, and of course in a random manner. So the program that we were to create would save the lecturer the burden of thereafter arranging the sheets from the highest mark to the lowest. It would only require him to insert the names and marks in whichever random manner they are, and generate a sorted list. So the reason why we settled on insertion sort, and we thought it most appropriate for our case of other types of sort like bubble sort and quick sorts, is because of the benefits that comes with it. These benefits include it can be simply implemented and thus easy to understand and debug. It saves on memory space and make it most efficient.
Yes, my colleague has explained well. So you are going to go through the code which is here. It's a Java language code. And the first line is still the package. The second line is the import for the utility scanner. The scanner is used to collect input from the user. It can collect double, int, any type of user input that you are needed. For the case of our lecturer, he needs the name and the marks of a particular student. So we have created a class called student, and the class student has the attributes marks and name, and it has this constructor which is used to create an object which we will use to store the details of a user. So the variables name and marks, we are going to collect them through the scanner class, which we are going to take the inputs. So we'll prompt the lecturer to enter the number of students, and when he has entered the number of students, that number will be used to denote the size of that array. So if he enters 90 students, which are the size of his class, so an array of size 90 will be created, and that array will be of type students. So we'll create an array of objects student, and then we'll prompt him to enter the name of the student. Next line will take it, prompt him to enter the marks for the student. Scanner will take it, and this loop will run according to the size of the number of students that you entered at the first time. After entering the marks for the students and their names in those objects, now we are going to use this other loop to sort the marks from in descending order. But this sorting algorithm, this insertion sort, can be used with descending order. All you have to do is change the comparison operators from less than to greater than in here for the key. So it will iterate the students in the objects which are in the students array, and it will compare if if the first item in the array is greater than the second one. It will interchange them. It will continue this process until every student is where it's supposed to be within that sorted array, and the last part is to print the sorted array, and that is the end. So we can demonstrate.
So from here, I'm going to illustrate how this Java code is going to work, and we are using NetBeans ID. So just run this file, and you can see that you have been prompted to enter the number of students, and the number of students will be equal to the number of items in the array. You can put like 7 here, 7. And we now can enter the name of the students, like Joseph. Enter. Then we can input the marks for the student 1. Then we can enter the name of student 2 and his marks. Name of student 3, you can input his marks too, and go on until you have entered the names and the marks for the 7 students. So I've inputted all the names and the marks for all the 7 students. Let's see. So as you can see, the marks have been sorted from the highest to the lowest in descending order, and the names have also been displayed. So this code of ours is sorting the array in descending order, but when we change this comparative operator to greater than, it will sort the array into ascending order, and you can also illustrate that. So after changing that comparative operator, we can illustrate how it will work to see if it will sort the array into ascending order. So we can just run the file here, and you can enter the number of students as 7 and enter their names and their marks. The marks, student name 2 and his marks, student name 3 and the marks also, student 4, input his marks, student 5, input his marks, student 6, and the last student. So let's run it. The sorted marks is from the lowest to the highest, as you can see, with their names displayed beside the marks. So that is how this code works.